Hi everyone, happy to be here today. So translating with an accent is one of my favorite parts of being a translator. So firstly, I have to start with saying that I'm not a full-time translator. My main job is as a writer myself. So I do essays, I do children's books, I do a whole lot of other writing. But as a translator, I just pick and choose, projects which I personally like or I feel like there is potential for my creativity to come out and so on. But I've translated two other works before. One was by Dr. Kota Shivram Karant, and the other was Kodagina Gaurama, who's this early 20th century, one of the earliest feminist writers in Kannada. I was very clear I didn't want to translate into an English which made it sound like a British person or an American writer had written it, because we in India we speak English very, very differently. I'm sure the way you would speak English in Bombay or in Delhi or wherever would be very different from the way I speak it in Bangalore or Mysore. Or the idea that is conveyed to a non-Indian reader or a non-Kannada reader is that everybody speaks the same way, which is absolutely not the case. So this was about maintaining that diversity in language. And also, I was very clear I wanted to reject sorry, my dogs, Western centricity in the way English is written, because, uh, I mean, many choices. We don't, again, going back to this idea that everything has to be made easy for the Western reader because somebody sitting in London or New York or wherever wouldn't understand the English we speak. Of course, I mean, I don't care if they don't understand. They can learn. If they want to, they can learn. Otherwise, there are plenty of other books that they can pick up. So this idea of catering to the West was something I was very clear about not doing, because we have, I mean, I'm sure all of you read or you watch movies which come from outside of the South Asian region, and nobody has made it easy for us to understand. We have taught ourselves how to watch these films. We have taught ourselves how to read these books or listen to these music, right? And it's fine. We have to tell these people to also learn. I think that's perfectly doable if someone's really interested. There's that famous interview with Osame. I just, because I'm always forget his name. Osmane Sembene, the Senegalese director. There's this, it's very easy to find him online. So he talks about how, so he was asked whether people, he's a Senegalese film director, I think in the 1960s and 70s. He was asked if people in Europe would understand his films. And he said, I don't care if they understand or not, because Europe is not his center. He said, I don't want to be the sunflower that turns towards the sun, and that I am the sun myself. If they want, they can watch my
Wow.
movies and learn from it. And
Mhm.
that's something I keep going back to, because it's about time we started thinking about that, when it comes to our literature, to our films, to our music and everything. They can learn. It's as simple as that.